Oh, there we go. I didn't know I was in charge of recording. We weren't recording any of that stuff. We don't have the pre-interview. I lost the pre-interview. I'm an idiot. But that's how these video calls go. Thank you very much. I'm sitting here with Jared and Bethany of the Royal Foundry. Thank you for joining us for our first ever virtual X Lounge.
Thank you for having us.
It's got less impact because last time when we did the X Lounge, there were people that would clap and stuff.
I know.
Now
oh my gosh, I actually have a clap app.
You do just for the sound effects?
This is how fragile we are.
No.
At your own shows.
That was good, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna clap anyway.
It's plugged into the amps.
We got it because we did we've done a few live streams. I mean, such as the life that we've. Oh shoot, it's a ad.
There you go.
It's a free app.
It's a free clap app.
I don't know if you can hear it. Oh shoot, I have my sound off.
There we go. Thank you. Thanks for that rousing support. Thank you to MR.MIKES SteakhouseCasual. They supplied dinners for everyone watching today. They also supplied us with some sweet beers, which I love because they dropped off enough for my girlfriend and I, and she does not drink beer. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. How's the pandemic been going?
It's been good.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as pandemics go, I mean, this one for us anyway.
I would rate this as the best pandemic so far for that I've lived through, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would give it like a solid 7. Yeah, we're actually we're in Nashville right now. We came down here. Did someone get another? Someone get another clap app out there. No, we came down to Nashville in March, and we were planning on spending a few months down here. And our studio has been down here for like 3 years, so we were here to write music. And when it all kind of came down, everything kind of just halted, and we were, I don't know, it was kind of nice to just not have any commitments and things like that. And so we just kind of, instead of focusing on the dreary, like, what will the future hold and all that kind of stuff, we kind of just wrote music and spent time in the studio and also binge watched a lot of stuff. So I guess that was fun. Yeah.
So you made the right move, but you still got a bit of what everyone else is living through right now, which is binge watching, because wow, everyone else is killing time.
Yeah,
but man, going to Nashville right now, that was like, I think that was a brilliant move, because if you're gonna be stuck in one place or another, like everyone always talks about how like Nashville is such this like musically creative place where artists go. So like, have you guys done stuff there before, like your previous works?
Yeah, we've done a lot of writing here before, and that's why we came back, was to do some writing. And it was right before, it was at that point where everyone's like, is it gonna hit America? Like, and then it, obviously did. And we were like, oh, well, we're going to be quarantined here or quarantined in Canada.
I mean, our parents wanted us to come back like right away.
No, we're gonna
That's
work.
Parents. That's parents. You were never gonna. There was never gonna be like a situation where they wouldn't want you to come back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you got to be quarantined somewhere. I mean, Nashville's pretty good, and that's no diss on Edmonton. I was born there. I love Edmonton. I love that city, but I choose Nashville. That sounds really great.
No, it was actually kind of very fortuitous in a way, but yeah.
So did you guys want to write beforehand, or did you just kind of look at what was about to happen and be like, this is probably a good time to like get a lot of writing down?
No,
had that foresight.
I wish we had that foresight. It was just a complete fluke. Like we were gonna come down here to start working on a new album, and in sort of our off season, and then just
wow. And then it turned into a whole experience. Has it at least like extended what you've done with that creative? Because obviously it worked out great, because now you got a lot to write about. But then with all that extra time that you would have spent going out and doing stuff, has that like funneled itself into the work even more?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think initially no.
Initially, we were like, sweet, 2 weeks of vacation.
We were making
just
sourdough
watch
and
everything.
all that stuff.
Oh yeah, Jared, he dove hard into the sourdough. Like,
no, everyone made bread. What? What? Is it hard? Because like now I want to.
Well, I'm bad at it, so it was hard for me.
I I mean, you're probably like 10 loaves in now, and you finally like.
I feel like I finally made something that's okay.
That's,
Do you guys do you
it's
eat
pretty
every
good.
loaf though? Just like no waste. You're like no matter how it turns out, you're eating it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
no,
wouldn't say no waste, but yeah.
you
I think
try.
when we think of all of the dirty things that we've eaten, like in the past 3 months, you kind of just like look at that nub of bread and you're like, I don't need that. Let's just get rid of it.
Hold on. What's okay? I want to get to the one of the first song, but what would you consider would be the dirtier thing you've eaten? The food you've had over the last 3 months, or food you have on tour?
Oh,
Ooh.
tour food for sure.
Tour food
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just
Yeah,
that it's like
without a doubt.
greasier?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're on the go, and sometimes all you
Especially
have is 5 minutes, and it's,
After shows, that's where like there is no judgment. Like
yeah, you're getting
when you
that
play a show, you're
large
like,
fries at
I
2
deserve
a.m.
this.
that's
Yeah.
been sitting there, and
It's
Yeah.
easy to justify. You just worked your ass off. You're sweating,
Yeah.
and you're like, we deserve to eat this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, I'm really excited for the first song you guys are gonna play. What are you gonna hit us with first?
I don't know.
gonna do this one.
I like this one.
The song's called Hopefully. Oh, where the loneliness is king. Is this distorting?
Do you hear distortion?
I
Or are
can't
those
tell.
levels? It's just
I can't
muffled.
monitor the levels now, guys.
Right. Okay, let me just.
It sounded good to me.
Okay,
It sounds really distorted.
we never did a like full-on test.
Let me just turn
That's really hard too. As it was, I set
Okay.
up a video call with my iPad before this. So.
There you go. Okay. Oh, where the loneliness is king, sleeping in the streets at night. We keep calling, calling to the emptiness, walking around in our own place, and I say, oh. Sorry, this is where I stop it. There's this. Maybe this will fix it. Okay, there we go. Oh,
just like
where the loneliness is
the
king.
iPhone.
Sleeping in the streets at night. We keep calling to the emptiness. Walking around in our own place. And I say, hopefully, we'll make it. Hopefully, in time. Yeah, I hope that we don't regret it. 'Cause we're so hopelessly blind. So hopelessly blind. So hopelessly blind. Time keeps on moving. There's no way to stop it. Too much to do, too much to consume. You just keep scrolling to the lights where you scream. When you reach the end, you just begin. And I say, change in your pocket, so close you can reach it. You won't give change to the poor 'cause you need it. Force out the fears to be lost and afraid. Cover your eyes and knees. It's me, my head. I say, hopefully, we'll make it. Hopefully, in time. Yeah, I hope that we don't regret it. 'Cause we're so hopelessly blind. So hopelessly blind. So hopelessly blind. So hopelessly blind.
I don't have the clap app, guys. I don't... Hey! Wow. Thank you, guys. All right, bring it down. Bring it down. Let's not get too rowdy. Thank you guys so much for that first one. I want to talk about your new song, though, because you released the new music video for it, which is animated. It's very incredible. And I know in a case like this doesn't totally apply, but it did get me wondering, like, when it comes to promoting singles and stuff from your albums, do you guys pick, like, the singles, or, like, how, or does it, like, you test it to see what people like, or is it sometimes, like, a combination? How do you find out what you're going to promote?
I mean, sometimes it's pretty obvious to us because it's just something that we're really connecting with, and
or we just like love so much that we can't help but.
And then we make a bad decision.
Oh man, and just dive bombs, and we're just like, no.
I can't think of a single that did that for you guys, but I mean, I must feel that. I get why in your head you might feel that way, right? You're like, man, was that the right decision?
Yeah. Like, yeah. No. But sometimes we've sent them out to people who like we really respect their opinion on, and just like say like, what, here are 3 songs, like what song do you think would be really good? And I think a lot of it too has to depend on like the season, because sometimes, you know, whatever's playing on the radio is like a lot different than what you would want to push forward, and then maybe that same sound comes out later on in the season and you're like, well, sure, why not?
Right, because like it's like when well, around this time or a couple months ago would have been the start when everyone's pumping out, you know, contesters for the song of the summer, right? Especially in pop music, everyone's trying to get that single that's going to be like known as the song of that summer, right? And so it's totally got a different vibe than you would expect, like from the rest of the year. So I guess there's also a bit of strategy to it that you guys have to put into it. Yeah. But with OK, or as my good co-host made a point of referring to as okay. I mean, that one clearly, that feels like that was like something you guys just like wanted to do, right? Like it's like because it's the first off of the new stuff.
Yeah, we actually thought about releasing it back in February, and that's kind of like when we were like, okay, it's a new season, we want to like start the new year with like something new, but things just kept getting like delayed, and like it just didn't seem like the right point, and then we got busy with stuff like that, and it was just kind of I don't know, things when I even think back, I'm always like why didn't we do that? Because there's really no conversation, like we had talked about this was the day, and then the day kind of came and went, and so it was more like, well, this is terrible, like we should probably do something, because that's not how releasing a single should be done.
But would you say there's almost like a feeling aspect to it, though? Like maybe you just felt like in the moment you're like, maybe this isn't it, not right now. Yeah, like
because we didn't have this like strong urge to do it, I think that played like a huge part in it. And I mean, when we wrote that song, it wasn't during COVID. Like this wasn't a COVID-19 era song, but it just, everything kind of fell in place, and within, I would say like 3 weeks, we had everything in place for it. And then that was the beginning of March, and then life happened, and kind of just became such a relatable tune, and especially with the question mark at the end. I mean, the whole message of the song is it's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? And I think that has it says a lot to what we're dealing with right now. So
it's crazy that was written like pre-COVID-19, because like I listened to the chat you had with Connor, the pre-interview, and you talked about how it came from this place of like reassurance, and it really fits right now because everyone's looking for that reassurance, right? Even as, you know, we start to ease out, we're all kind of like afraid of a second wave, or we're all starting to like being very careful, and we still feel it, like we kind of need that reassurance, like things are gonna be okay, right? It's cool. It's gonna be cool. Right? It's good. So I like that. It's incredible to me that sometimes things just line up that way, where you didn't plan it out that far ahead.
I mean, and that's kind of the magic of just being in the arts, you know, like inspiration strikes at a time, and sometimes it doesn't speak to people at the moment, but down the road, it's like this, and you can see it with any kind of, I mean, you have a favorite band that you listen to in high school, and you turn that one song on that you just loved back then, and all of a sudden it just like hits your heart in the right way, because what you experienced then, maybe you're experiencing now. It's just the coolest thing to have, and even when we play it, it's like our own mantra. When we wrote that song, it means something special to us, because it really meant something when we wrote it, and that's why we wrote it. But to even experience that in today's time, especially because we're musicians and the state of the music industry during this time and not being able to play live, which is so sad. This summer's gonna suck. But it's, it kind of just is kind of, been our mantra for it.
That's either a very great story or a really great cover up for the fact that you guys knew COVID-19 was going to hit. But like,
Yeah.
it's cool. Let's see. Suspiciously goes down to Nashville, has a song ready to go. All right, no, that's cool. I won't ask too many questions. I don't want to know the answers to. Speaking of though, for everyone hanging out with us in the virtual X Lounge, the big thanks again to Mr. Mike Steakhouse Casual. If you have any questions for Bethany or Jared, feel free to pop them in the chat. We'll totally get to them after the next couple of songs. But while we're on the topic of okay. So I mentioned that you guys did an animated music video, and I know that came with a graphic novel that you're putting out that like continues on, which I think is so cool. This is not the first time you guys have done a variety of creative things. You've done coffees. We talked about the coffees. You've done I got stickers in my album. I remember when I got your album, I was so excited to find stickers in them. Are there other creative mediums or things you want to do that you just like you haven't gotten around to yet?
Well, that's kind of like part of like who we are. I'm more of a textile person, so I really love like textures and just like more hands-on stuff, and Jared's definitely more of the audiophile. Is that the right word? Audiophile?
Yeah. I like it. It sounds naughty, but yeah.
Yeah. Audiophile. But yeah, so we kind of like merged that together. So even like our last album, Wake Up, Wake Up, there's a painting, like the CD is an actual painting of the cover. And I did that one summer, not even like thinking about wanting to use it in any way, but it was more like, like I wonder if I could like incorporate this in some way and, just infuse that. Not saying that I'm a good painter, because I'm not, but but it was definitely like, oh, this kind of turned out pretty good. Yeah. So let's maybe use it. And I think having that just adds a little bit more dimension to it and a little bit more hands-on. And that's kind of what we love to do. I mean, we love to cover all aspects of art in general, and being able to create an animated music video, let alone a graphic novel to follow, was definitely something that was more in your wheelhouse.
Are you big into comics, Jared?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So this has been really exciting to see it all come together.
And Hudson Munshaw, he's from Calgary. He's the animator and the guy that did it, and he's spectacular. He's just an amazing artist. And I mean, I wish I could have his artistry, but
oh yeah, no, I know that feeling when you see like a really good artist or like tattoo artist even, and you're like, my God, like you are just, this is incredible. Yeah, I think that's why it's so easy to get tattoos of things that you don't design yourself, because you feel it coming from it, right? You see someone's art and you're like, you're so skilled. There's something went into this special, and you just want it. But yeah, Connor and I are huge fans of comics. We gave up dating all throughout our teenage years for the sake of them. So very big fans of that. We'll be sure to pick it up. I do want to ask, because before the interview, we were talking about your coffee roasting. And this just clicked to me, because you're in Nashville. So did you pack the coffee roaster?
Oh, yeah. It comes with us everywhere.
We're the snobbiest coffee consumers that you'll ever come across. Like, we secretly judge you when you say Keurig, but it's okay. We still love you, but
it's okay,
there's just a part of our heart that just dies every time you say those words. But
next time we're together in person, I'm gonna give you a coffee, and I'm gonna be like, no, it's like a home local brewer, and then I'm gonna get
right
you.
There,
it's gonna be a Keurig.
I'm gonna smell it, and I'm gonna know. No.
Yeah, you'll know it, and you'll also know it's not even like a decent brand Keurig. It'll be like the one I can grab from a bargain bin.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I like that you guys bring it with you, though. That's really intense. So I say intense, but
that's one word for it.
Okay. If it's okay with you guys, I'd love to get to a couple more songs. I don't know if you want to play one or two more, but we definitely be down to hear.
We were just talking about okay, so we might as well just go ahead and.
Hell yeah.
One. Do you want to just do the thing
What's the thing?
The thing. See, Jared has a problem with
Oh,
remembering
grab the lyrics.
remembering
so
the
that,
lyrics.
Come on,
He
how
has
did you not
screwed up
get there
the
from do the
song.
thing with the thing?
He's literally screwed up this song so many times, and then I just like drown in the water with him because I'm like, do I sing along with you or do I just stop the song?
I love when things go wrong though in performances like this because it makes it feel real, right?
we
Like
can make this feel
Oh, man.
so
So
real
real.
right now if you
Yeah.
want.
We
Yeah.
will go so real on you right
Yes.
now.
The worst it is, that's why I like buskers, you know? Nothing gets more real than an amateur busker.
Yeah, especially when someone yells out a swear word and you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I just messed up the song. Okay, but you still didn't put the
Oh.
lyrics up.
I was grabbing extra picks because I always drop them on this song too. So we have a double whammy.
Like, you think things are easy for musicians? Try like recording this and then sending this to someone, and then someone, I'm not gonna name names, but rhymes with Baron, keeps screwing up the song. We did like
Baron
probably
sucks.
40 takes. Oh gosh, that Baron guy is the worst. Anyway, here's okay.
Am I doing this right? I got questions on my mind. All this waiting for a sign, saying everything is okay. I'm giving up on my lifeline. Am I gonna be okay? I'm going out of anytime. Maybe I'm just losing touch. I've hit the fall going nowhere. Will it be okay? I've hit the fall going nowhere. Am I gonna be okay? I've hit the fall going nowhere. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Well, this time I'm gonna change. I've only got myself to blame. Feel my blood run through my veins, saying everything is okay. I'm giving up, stepping into my future. Not sure of what it's gonna hold. I'm growing up, growing past my delusions. Or maybe I'm just growing old. Hit the ground running somewhere. Will it be okay? I've hit the ground running somewhere. Am I gonna be okay? Hit the ground, take me anywhere. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna Am I doing this right? I got questions on my mind. All this waiting for a sign, saying everything's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
wait to an ad.
Oh no.
Oh, we gotta watch an ad.
Dang it.
What's the ad for?
Oh,
Dental implants.
what have you been looking at?
I don't know.
Teeth. Just pictures of teeth. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I want to wrap this up, but something occurred to me while I was listening to that, because like I realized I'm watching you guys the exact same way I would like watch a new music video, right? Where I'm just like sitting back and watching. But then I realized for you guys, you have the lyrics up. You might also have me up. Is it weird as hell to just me? They're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just one person, just like.
Just one person. Yeah. I'm glad I wasn't just like.
Yeah, just on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, oh, we're good.
It would have been better if you're eating some Mr. Mike's, you know.
I know.
Totally.
Oh, that did
Really-
not survive past like the
Taking
first
shots
15
in the
minutes.
back.
Yeah. No, I got my beer. I had a really great time. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you did
thanks
too.
for
We
having
had
us.
a ton of fun.
Thank you guys. Thank you to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual for supplying the food and the beer. This was an awesome time. We got another virtual X Lounge happening next week if you want to enter with Hotel Mira. Jared and Bethany, I promise next time we see each other, I will have coffee. We can do the next time if we're in person, we will do this over coffee. I'll set it up like hot ones, so we'll have a whole bunch of coffees.
Nice.
And between questions, we can taste coffees, and you can tell me honestly. I won't attach brands to them. You can tell me honestly if they're terrible coffees or decent coffees.
Okay, that's amazing.
Okay.
We'll do it. We will
All right.
also do hot ones too, but
Yeah, why not?
Coffee's
Coffee and wings. They go together, right? You guys tell me.
spice and coffee couldn't go wrong.
Yeah. All right, thank you guys again. Thank you so much. Have fun in Nashville. There's going to be new stuff?
Yeah.
All right. So watch out for
yeah.
that. Go check out the OK music video. Go get the graphic novel when that becomes available. Just feel like there's so much to plug. But yeah, thank you again.
Thanks so much. Thanks, guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
How do you stop the video?